And yet he's still not able to purchase this strike. So that's kind of interesting. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe the research kind of took that out. Action kind of slowed to a crawl at the moment. Okay, it's picking up a little bit. Lag still kind of affecting things. You can see how the ships are kind of skipping a bit, and now that it's just going back to a crawl. So somebody's lagging here at the moment. Here we've got a Canaveral, we've got some platforms. Now these platforms, I didn't even check. Yeah, so this is Mason. These platforms are going to really mess up with these strikes. The platforms are going to tear through them pretty easily. And the one nice thing about Funny doing the Canaveral saber spam like he's doing is he's able to afford these platforms. I want to look over here, some more sabers, some more sabers. So the Canaveral was kind of a one-time deal. Again, second research done, so the Canaveral should have the extra. It does not have the extra defense. If I were Funny, I would go ahead and add that on, as that's really what gives the Canaveral its power as a DPS unit. Right now, it really doesn't benefit you to have a Canaveral out unless you have EC3M activated, which is this ability right here. +9 to defensive value, -18 system value. So it doesn't regenerate energy really, or regenerate shields very quickly. However, its defensive value is greatly boosted. Here we've got some strikes coming out, coming to attack. Here's Funny. Attacking here. Are gonna try to defend. Ships out of position at the moment. So again, the cloaking race able to attack at will wherever they please. And Tritanium is actually Funny Stuff's weakest resource, as he only has the one mining platform here for Tritanium. The rest is dilithium. And as we can see, Funny Stuff, oh, he needs to, yep, and he's moving this ship in to go get repaired. Needs to have these miners. I want to look over here. Okay, so ping has been researched, so he will be able to have a chance to decloak these vessels, which is great. We'll see if his ships get in there in time. By the time his ships get up there, Mort is going to cloak his ships, and so we'll see what Funny Stuff does. It looked like he was gonna try to head off with his scout, kind of over this way. So here's that going on. I want to see how powerful the ping. And you notice, oh, it just barely tags this guy here. So Mort decloaking, and yet the Shrike now it doesn't have its shields because it's getting attacked. So if they can keep up the attack on this ship, now it's lost its weapons. So there is a ship gone thanks to the cloaking. And you notice decent range on the ping. Just even so, just barely tagged that one ship. So okay, and so someone's quit the game, and all of a sudden lag is no longer an issue, and Mort is retreating for his life, losing another strike. So probably a little bit due to the lag, making it very difficult to control his strikes, and also that ping, definitely not helping him. So here we've got the sabers pushing these strikes away, very nicely countered by Funnystuffpictures. Again, oh, and here we've got Mort going in here. I'm really surprised that he doesn't have the money. Okay, he's building the other yard. That's going to cripple his production on ships. If I were him, I would probably quit the yard and build these Generex ships, usually with the Romulans, even with the Star Yard. If you're building something like frigate refits, it seems to cost you almost both of your mining dilithium moons to spam those Generex refits. You end up getting a little bit of money saved up. Here we've got Funny. Here's toggled EC3M. I think I'm not sure how to call this, because he's trying to get his sabers away. He's now close to Mort's supply lines, although here come 2 more sabers. So as we can see, again, Mort lost some of his ships due to the lag, but we're seeing sabers doing a very, very nice job of countering. And remember, these Shrikes have their fast-tracking computers, and they take a little bit of extra damage, about somewhere in the neighborhood of like 21% extra damage from long-range vessels. Here we've got Funny Stuff mismicroing a scout, but taking out these ships here. Now we see Mort coming in with a frigate refit. That should help tear up these sabers. As we can see, though, most of these sabers don't have hyper impulse anymore, which means these Shrikes can catch up to him. And Funny is pulling Mort away from his Star Yard, so it's going to take him a little bit extra time to get back to his Star Yard to repair. So the ball is now back into Funny Stuff's court. So again, pulling more ships away from the shipyard so he couldn't repair. And again, some of Mort's ships are just kind of running right into the fleet and are going to take some damage. Might lose the engines, and that would be terrible for him. He's already lost one to engine failure. So very nice counter by Funny Stuff in that regard. So especially with this very high-powered Canaveral going in there, it's got a pulse weapon as its main weapon, so it does extra damage to destroyers, plus the extra damage to the extra percentage added on to that. Makes this a very, very nice choice. Also, it can be a frontline ship with its now 29 defense at rank 2. So Funny not building anything yet. So he's doing that thing. He could okay, he's doing chassis level 1. I would go right into warp-ins if I were him, but of course at this point it's pretty close to to Funny's game at the moment. Of course, I'm not going to count out Mort yet, but Funny's doing a very, very good job of microing these sabers, switching their ability. So very, very impressive in that regard. Here we've got Mort sticking close to his Star Yard. He's got ships coming in. And Funny is going to get out of there. Well, he's going to take on some mining. Ship's going to repair. Notice that, one thing is Mort isn't really clumping up his ships so much. Here, he might get a kill here. We'll see if he does or not. Again, that passive, you can see just the damage of that passive fast-tracking weapons taking out... Oh, and here's Funny Stuff's Saber buying it. Losing the engines and getting taken out. As we can see, though, the Romulans do have a very, very nice counter in these frigates. So as they don't take extra damage from the sabers, Mort needs to get that ship out of there, cloak him, get him out, and we see him doing that. No venture on Funny Stuff's part. So as you see, as you move into and tech into the